Hi, I'm Harper.
Ciao, I'm Eva.
What's your least favorite vegetable? Mine used to be eggplant until we made this video, and Ava completely changed my mind. But we're back on the topic today because we have 4 dishes that for various reasons we need to share with you. The first is a long-awaited and much requested classic. The second is one of my favorite dishes of all time, not just my favorite eggplant dish. The third is a dish that has a dark and shameful secret behind it. A secret that we have kept from the pasta grammarian community for years now, but it will finally be revealed today. And the fourth is a dish that Ava is going to make to prove me wrong about something, which is a pasta grammarian tradition at this point.
Let's cook some eggplants.
Okay, so this first dish is a pasta dish that, if I remember correctly, Ava told me about it immediately after we made our first eggplant video. It sounded so good, I was like, I need to try this, but we decided to wait until we made this video. I have been patiently waiting until this day to try it.
For this recipe, I'm going to use Chinese eggplants, and I'm going to use them because I found them to be very, very tasty. But if you can't find them, just use normal eggplants that you find in your grocery shop. For this dish, I'm going to use this cheese, which is ricotta salata. This is a normal sheep ricotta that is salted a little bit more and dried under the sun of Sicily.
Normally this is the time when Ava tells us something about this dish, but I've waited way too long, so please excuse me while I try this pasta.
The sound.
The sound?
The sound.
Ava has literally told me about this, the sound of this pasta before. Buon
Buon
appetito! So worth the wait, but I'm wondering why I had to wait, but it was worth the wait.
This is one of that dish, really few dishes, that just let you speechless.
Okay, do you want to fill us in on what this is?
This is the famous pasta alla Norma. Now, it seems that this is original from Catania. People from Messina, they say that it's original from Messina. Anyway, it's Sicilian, and it's called alla Norma because of the opera Bellini.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, but why they call this? Because this is so good that the first person who ate said, it's so good that it's like the Norma.
On a side note, Norma is one of my favorite operas. Good stuff, huh?
It's very important to use rigatoni with this pasta dish, with pasta alla Norma, because the rigatoni let the tomatoes goes inside with the eggplants, so when you bite you have this explosion of heaven in your mouth.
Finally, I've had my first pasta alla Norma. Totally worth it. This is one to try. Recipe will be down below. But now are you ready to make my favorite eggplant dish?
Sì, Harper.
This second dish is not only my favorite eggplant dish, it's one of my favorite dishes Ava's ever made for me. It's so good, just more people need to know about it. I'm so excited. So the first time Ava made this dish for me, she told me, she said, save some of this for tomorrow because it's even better the next day. Well, that didn't work. I ate it all. Ever since then, she's tried to demonstrate this to me by making increasing amounts of it so that there is some left over tomorrow. It's never worked. I still have no idea if it truly is better the next day. All I do know is that it's incredible the same day you cook it.
This is the unbelievable good Caponata di Melanzane. Now 2 words, because in Italy exist 36 different recipes for a caponata. With raisin, without raisin, with bell peppers, without bell peppers, with tomato paste, without tomato paste, 36. The same sound, the same wonderful sound. This is the sound of happiness. Buon appetito!
You've outdone yourself. I think that's the best one you've ever made. It is so phenomenally good. It's like impossible to describe the depth of the flavor here. It's like you eat a bite and the flavors just keep coming and coming and coming. First you get hit with the like acidity of the vinegar, and then you get a sweetness, and then you get like a very dark umami flavor. It has that amazing sweet and sour combo that so much Sicilian food has.
Then, the day after, when you should eat the caponata, it's very good if you take a slice of very good bread and you put a bunch of caponata on and just eat.
But now we must turn from the world of happiness and joy. Are you ready to reveal our dark, shameful secret?
Sì, Harper. Okay.
A few moments later.
Harper, what are you doing?
I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking.
Let it for tomorrow. That's my caponata, Harper. It's not just yours.
Mine. If you've seen our first eggplant video, my favorite dish from that was Mama Rosa's eggplants. It's also maybe the most popular recipe on our website. I think more people have tried that than any other recipe there. But then I went to Italy and Mama Rosa made me her eggplants, and it turns out her dish is completely different. Ava lied to me, she lied to you, and it's time we get an answer as to why. Explain to the pasta grammarian community.
Okay, so I had to fix the dish, but not because the original dish wasn't good, but because of this that I found here in America. When I was in Maine, they were so big, so huge, without any flavor. They were just a sponge. That, with my mother's dish original, didn't really work very well. So when I cooked that dish the first time, I thought to fix the situation, to give credit to my mother, because anyway she deserves. Today, to make the original recipe, I went to an Asian store and bought this eggplants. These are much more similar to the eggplants that she would use, so I'm going with this.
This is it, our dark and terrible secret, the real Mama Rosa's eggplants. So let me see if I understand the theory behind why you changed Mama Rosa's recipe. So by baking the eggplants, which is what you did last time, you kind of concentrated the flavors of not very flavorful eggplants. And then because you hadn't boiled them in the vinegar, you just add vinegar. It's still a really good dish. That being said, when I go visit Calabria and I visit Ava's family, I ask Mama Rosa to make this.
But Mama Rosa, she has always wonderful eggplants, so she doesn't need to find a trick to make things better. The smell is the smell of my mom eggplants, Mama Rosa eggplants. So you should tell me if they taste the same.
Oh, okay. Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
That's it. That's it. Maybe the only difference, I would say, is that Mama Rosa would add a whole lot more spicy pepper because she knows how much I like it. You can add as much as you want. It's a very simple dish, but it's such a good side dish. If you want to just highlight the eggplants, because really there's very, very little done to them. But again, that comes at the cost of needing really good eggplants. It is always to be found on Mama Rosa's table whenever I visit, and now we finally have shared the real Mama Rosa's eggplants with you guys. Well, I've saved a little bit of room for dessert. Our last dish is a dessert. You see, Ava made this chocolate eggplant recipe for me in the last eggplant video, and I was kind of joking with her, and I was like, oh, that's very lucky you found like the one eggplant dessert in the world. Well, she found another, and she needs to prove to me that I was wrong. I thought it couldn't be done. I thought it didn't exist. I thought there was no way there were more eggplant desserts out there, but it seems I've been proven wrong.
These are called Liccumie, which means in Italian le cornie. I don't know in English. Le cornie is something that is very, very good, very, very tasty.
It's a good name for a dish, I suppose.
This is the poor version of a dessert that we already made on this channel.
I was gonna say, these look familiar. These look like I can't remember what they're called, but they were meat cookies.
They are called empanatigi.
Yeah, you can watch that video up here. Really good cookies. They're kind of like a little mini mincemeat pie almost.
That was for the rich people who could afford the meat, but the poor people who couldn't afford the meat, they decided to substitute meat with eggplants. And they are traditional from the city of Modica, known in the world for the chocolate.
And I already know from previous experience that eggplants and chocolate go surprisingly well together.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito. Yep, chocolate and eggplants. Surprisingly good pair.
This feeling inside is so good.
If you didn't know it was eggplants, you wouldn't know what it was, but they give this incredible umami flavor to the chocolate.
What I like about this dessert, they are not too sweet. They are perfect balance because most of the sugar is just in the dough. Inside, yes, there is the chocolate, but it's a dark chocolate that is not so sweet. And there is a perfect balance.
Plus, it's kind of fun if you bake a bunch of these and bring them in to, I don't know, your coworkers or something. Oh, this is really good. What's in them? Eggplants. Didn't see that one coming. Guys, we were thrilled to finally share these recipes with you. If you enjoyed the video and want to help support the show, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and check out our merch store down below. Before we go, a quick shout out to a pasta grammarian in action. Andrew made an incredible tiella di gaeta. Now, this is a recipe that Ava and I often joke about amongst ourselves because it's one of the recipes that maybe the fewest people have ever tried to make, at least as far as we know. It's a really cool dish, but it's not famous, so no one ever makes it. But Andrew did an incredible job.
Bravo, Andrew! We are so proud of you. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
If you try any of our recipes, tag us on social media at Pasta Grammar. We'd love to see what you come up with. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Ciao!
Ciao.
Dov'è l'altra? Where is the other? Oh no, I'm not a princess, I don't care.